Hey guys, today I'm going to be reacting to something a little bit different, more different on the channel today. Today I'm going to be reacting to the kill count recount on Killer Klowns from Outer Space. And let me tell you guys, I'm pretty excited for this video because I am a huge fan of the kill count by Dead Meat or James A. Janice. And let me tell you guys, this kill count in particular, not the recount, but the original kill count of Killer Klowns from Outer Space, was one of the first kill counts I ever watched on his channel, and it made me become a huge fan of his channel. And I still tune in every week to see whatever movies he's got on a kill count. But I am really excited for today's video because I want to tell you guys, our channel just hit a goal of 600 subscribers on the channel. I'm really excited for it. I'm also trying to hit a new goal of 1,000 subscribers by the end of November. So if you want to help me out, if you guys are new to the channel, welcome to the channel. If you guys are returning, welcome back. If you guys want to help out the channel, I will leave a link in the description of the video, or a link in the box over here to check out my channel and to subscribe. So guys, with all this out of the way, without further ado, y'all, let's go!
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies and show you how they were made. I'm James A. Janice, and today we are once again looking at Killer Klowns from Outer Space, released in 1988. Killer Klowns from Outer Space is exactly what it sounds like, a schlocky 80s B movie about a small town invaded by aliens who look like clowns. Sometimes it's hard to define exactly what a B movie is, but there's no mistaking Killer Klowns for one. In fact, I'd say it's king of the Bs, except for possibly the Bs. What up, John Saxon? I first covered this movie on New Year's Day 2018, back when I was but a lad. It's a classic kill count episode, and I'm happy so many people still love it. But I want to throw some respect on this film with an upgrade that shows more of the craft that went into making it. Also, the count itself could use some revising. You all know what I'm talking about. Killer Klowns is the brainchild of Stephen, Charles, and Edward Chiodo, three brothers whose special effects work is the source of many a classic scene, like the kids scarring Large Marge in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. They did stop motion for Elf and a bunch of episodes of The Simpsons, and designed puppets and animatronics for Ernest Scared Stupid and Team America World Police. They're the guys who created the Critters, which Zorn covered on the Kill Count last year. Stephen Chiodo directed and co-wrote the film with Charles Chiodo, and both of them co-produced alongside youngest brother Edward.
There's a lot of Chiodos. That name was on there a lot. It was kind of funny. That was a big laugh for us.
They've been making short films with stop motion their entire lives, from middle school to college and beyond. But Killer Klowns is the only feature film they've written and directed, and they did so with the help of their friends and family. That gives Killer Klowns an earnestness and a rough edge to its filmmaking that only adds to its charm and appeal. This movie is a great example of what you can pull off with a small budget but boundless creativity. While the brothers had near complete creative control over the movie, they only had a budget of $2 million. That's not a lot to make a prop-heavy science fiction film with a bunch of monsters, but they managed to do it by calling in favors from people who enjoyed their work. The resulting homemade-looking movie is such a mood, and I mean that in the best of ways. It's colorful but dark, cheap but impressive, and paced expertly with constant clown gags throughout. It never lets up on the fact that these clowns are clowns. They're clowning all over the place. It's great. The tone is perfect, with wacky lines delivered in over-the-top ways, but at the same time completely straight. This movie knows exactly what it wants to be, and succeeds, thanks to both the effects and the cast, especially Grant Kramer as Mike. Dude is such a smarmy little guy. Sometimes it feels like he's almost making fun of us, the audience, with his line deliveries.
Hurry, hurry, step right up. See the Circus Bizarro.
But what really sells the movie is the clowns. They're fantastic, both scary and funny at the same time. No wonder they've become cult classic characters, appearing at Halloween Horror Nights many times over, Spirit Halloween, and in an upcoming video game, which Chelsea and I will definitely stream when it comes out on June 4th. So be sure to subscribe to Dead Meat Presents for that. I love Killer Klowns, and I know many of you do too. I can't wait to take another look at it. How many kills will come one, come all to this 3-ring recount? Let's find out and get to them.
I mean, let's do it.
The movie begins with the world's greatest title song.
One of the most iconic title songs of all time. in my opinion.
This iconic theme, performed by the Dickies, was written by frontman Leonard Phillips based solely on the film pitch their label was given by the movie's music supervisor. It's a quiet night in the college town of Crescent Cove, California. Probably because everyone's at the top of the world, a makeout spot for young lovers like Mike Tobacco and Debbie Stone. Unfortunately for all the hot lips here, they're about to get cooled down by a couple of dirty ice cream men.
We'll give you the stick, you give it a lick.
These bozos are Rich and Paul Terenzi, Mike's best friends from school. Their popularity does not extend to the other kids. After they leave, Mike and Debbie get back to their inflatable flirting, but they'd better be careful. Don't want Jason popping in and making them sound like this. Actually, maybe Mike does want to make Debbie sound like that. But as soon as she sees a shooting star, she'd rather go find where it landed. Sorry, dude. I know you're trying to get with her, but just go with it. Kinda sounds like she's getting turned on by this.
Come on. You can find it, Mr. Adventure.
Mr. Adventurer likes it. Hello. The fire in the sky also catches the eye of Farmer Gene Green. He and his good boy Pooh investigate and find a circus tent in the woods. That gets the farmer freaking pumped. He loves the circus.
I love the circus.
See, I told ya! Actor Royal Dana was a bit of a showman himself, having provided the voice of Abe Lincoln at Disney's Hall of Presidents. Green pokes around for a ticket booth, not noticing the red-nosed Ferratu inside. Oh shit, is that Clownable Patrol? Because he's netting poo. Or maybe it's a flushing toilet, because that poo be gone. The dog napping makes Farmer mad. Urgh, Farmer smash! Farmer rage!
I'll tear this thing apart with my bare hands.
But bare hands still conduct electricity. Mean Gene Green Tomato gets fried and thrown to the ground. He encounters the movie's first killer clown named Jumbo, who scores the first killer clown kill with a ray gun that makes the poor farmer sound like this. Mike and Debbie arrive later, still hot to explore, but the sight of a mystery circus tent dries her right up. Mike, on the other hand, is super jazzed now. He loves a good free wood circus.
Guys, this place great or what?
Yeah, dude, I love flatly painted walls and dim lighting. They do find some cool shit though, like these beep boopers. Good work, Mike. I'd be pressing that shit too. Even more impressive is when they end up on the far side of a matte painting. This so-called power chamber is a reference to the Krell chamber from Forbidden Planet. It tips Steph off that this ain't no circus. This ain't no carnival. This ain't no theater, neither. Welcome to a spaceship, motherfuckers. She's
Nice
pretty concerned
reference
about
to
that. Mike's
Tales from
more
the Hood.
blasé.
I've never seen anything like this before. Have you?
No.
There are certain lines that Chelsea and I quote all the time to each other. Like Homer Simpson's, "No, it doesn't."
It smells funny in there.
No, it doesn't.
No, it
Mike's
doesn't.
"No" is one of those lines.
I've never seen anything like this before. Have you?
No.
Seriously, man, do you even know how much of a little asshole you sound like?
No.
Further evidence that they're inside a UFO right now is a storage room full of cotton candy cocoons. Mike's optimism melts away like sugar in your mouth when he discovers the red face of Gene Green. They hide from a clown named Rudy who walks in as Mike recognizes another victim, his friend Joe Lombardo, who I'll go ahead and put on the count. And since these cotton candy cocoons have corpses inside, I will also add the 11 other cotton candy coffins we see. That's right, we're counting cocoons this time, baby. Nothing could go wrong. Mike and Deb manage to get away, but not before Rudy hits them with a fistful of popcorn.
Popcorn? Why? Popcorn?
Because the clowns, that's why.
That's gonna do a lot of explaining in this movie, like these tracking balloon dogs.
Balloon.
Oh, I'm sorry, balloon dog. Just skedaddle along after it, whatever it is. The popcorn gun was the most expensive prop made for the film,
But
costing
impressive.
$7,000 and taking 6 weeks to build. And it only ended up working for the one shot. Other clown guns were much cheaper, made out of $10 Super Soakers from Toys R Us.
Clowns are us.
No, Toys R Us. Keep up, Mike!
No.
The balloon dogs, meanwhile, cost as much as a balloon. But they did need to coat the legs in latex to prevent it from being popped by pine needles on the ground. Mike and Deb haul ass and
Makes
peel
sense.
out, bouncing clowns left and right off their windshield as they flee. But that won't stop them for long. They on that Mikey My routine. We're only 20 minutes in, and the clowns are already waddling their dumpy asses to town, accompanied by more bitchin' music. The music in Killer Klowns is a crucial ingredient to its awesomeness. It was done by John Massari, who beat out dozens of other potential composers with a demo score set to the scene where Mike and Debbie first flee the spaceship.
Not a bad score.
Massari continues to champion the movie to this day, composing music for the upcoming video game and putting on live concerts of the film. We covered the one they did way back in 2018, which is where we met Zoran for the first time ever. So you can thank and or blame John Massari for this guy. Most of you blame him. Mike and Deb head to the police
I
station,
thank him
hoping
for
to
that.
enlist the help of Crescent Cove's finest. Unfortunately, that includes Sergeant Curtis Mooney, who's got a bone to pick with his natural enemies, teenagers. He's not above police brutality or pulling an Elon Musk and implying people are pedophiles.
What's the matter, Dave? You got a thing for these little boys?
His more by-the-books
boy.
deputy is Dave Hansen, an absolute hunk who's not afraid to be a righteous ball of rage. Hottie Hot Dave is an
Nice.
ex-boyfriend of Debbie's and is none too pleased to meet her new boy toy Mike, or hear about their kooky clown kink. He starts to take him seriously when they say that people are dead. Mooney remains more skeptical.
Killer Klowns from outer space.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Dave's willing to check things out, even if it makes him a third wheel.
I'm not your boyfriend anymore. It doesn't change the way I feel about you, little Debbie.
Wait, did he just call her Little Debbie?
Little
Oh
Debbie.
boy.
Aw, she's little snack cake. Dave thinks Clown Town is no place for a
boy.
maiden, so he forces Deb to stay at home. And he forces Mike to still ride in the back. What a power play, dude. He stays passive-aggressive like that for a while.
Hey, it's got nothing to do with you, really. It's me. It's obvious she goes for laughs, not stability.
While the boys go to the crash site, the clowns arrive for some vaudevillainous shenanigans. A schmuck who looks like a proto-Culkin stops to watch a parkside puppet show in a
that
gazebo.
dude
He thinks
kinda
it's
looks like
bullshit
a friend
until
of
it breaks
mine.
out the special effects. Then he's in love with the punched-up Punch and Judy show.
Hey.
Oh, wait, no, he doesn't like it again. Because Spiky the Clown emerges to take an encore, and him as a captive audience. Too bad your ass got zapped. Rudy gets into monkey business, aping an
Nice.
animatronic. Not bad, clown, but can you sing hot, hot, hot? He follows two girls inside a pharmacy, and the next time we see them, Rudy's turned them into cotton candy flippers. The pharmacist, Mr. Myers, has a serious clown problem here, and the clowns have a serious coke problem. Elsewhere, Bibble the clown has started working for Postmates.
Oh, pizza.
What the hell, lady? Who reacts that way to pizza? I think you deserve it.
mean-
Shorty the clown pops out with his cotton candy gun hot and ready for you. Another clown named Fatso pulls a similar gag with a violent valogram. We don't actually see him cocoon this lady, but that grimace tells me he's not in a merciful mood. The pizza bit actually took dozens of takes because little things kept messing up. First, they had to pop the clown head up on a rod through the pizza boxes. Then a puppeteer had to stick his arm through the boxes and aim the gun correctly.
A simple gag like that took hours to do. If one of 20 elements, if just one of them wasn't working, you're screwed.
It's that kind of dedication that makes this movie special.
Could we have made a simpler picture? Yeah. But it wouldn't have been Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
The vignettes continue as Shorty rides his trike up to the no butt, no putt game. That's what it says on the wall. Makes sense too. You need a butt to putt. One mullet-headed meanie decides to stomp his ride, so Shorty bounces back onto the scene with a pair of boxing gloves.
What are you gonna do? Knock my block off?
Oh shit! Shorty Jason takes his man head off like a rock'em sock'em psycho, which turns one dude into Ron Simmons. Damn indeed.
boy.
One of my favorite things about the clowns is that they're funny, but they're straight up evil too. They have no compassion for anyone. I mean, this one named Jumbo tries to brain a little girl with a mallet.
no.
Her mom interjects before it happens though, and that makes Jumbo. The Kyotos had a lot of experience with animatronics and puppetry thanks to their work in Critters. For Killer Klowns, though, they opted to focus on production duties. While they designed the clowns, these nightmare-inducing animatronic suits were built by mechanical advisor Dwight Roberts. These so-called hero animatronic heads used for close-ups were cable-controlled and needed to be carefully directed.
Right there's your mark. Now open his mouth and smile.
When full body shots were needed,
boy.
like when the clowns are walking around, simpler heads were worn by the performers that had more limited remote-controlled movement in the eyes and eyelids. Mike and Dave get to the crash site only to find the circus has pulled a disappearing act. Dave straight up arrests Mike for the crime of wasting his time, but reconsiders when they find the top of the world a hilltop homicide scene. Extra sticky. Amidst the cotton candy webs, they find a pair of specs belonging to Bob McReed, a youth played by a young Christopher Titus. We saw him during the opening credits, making Mooney Moody and drinking brand beer. It's liquid bread. It's good for you. The discovery of Bob's glasses is enough for Mike to verify the kill for us.
They got him. He's dead.
Back at the police station, the phones are ringing off the hook, but Mooney's never met a clown call he couldn't drink away. He thinks this is a town-wide conspiracy, with everyone joining in on a Terenzi Brothers prank. Come on, man, people don't even like those guys. He gets a call from the pharmacist complaining about a Fresh Prince clown. Mooney hears the guy start screaming through the phone, and that can only mean one thing.
They got him. He's dead.
The clown chaos continues as a guy named Joe finds himself in a John Wayne racy with a clown named Slim. And it looks like he's driving nothing at all. It took about 3 hours to get this effect right, which involves connecting headlights to the clown performer's feet and sewing his costume over the top of the rig he rode, which was attached to the bottom of the car. They wired it so the clown performer could control the rig's movements front to back and side to side simply by moving his wrists.
Oh, that's incredible. That's great.
Nice.
Slim's clown car runs Joe off a nearby bridge. It crashes onto the ground and Joe meets a lightly toasted death. The car was supposed to fly much further during this stunt, but the cable pulling it snapped at the last minute.
Action.
Cable brought.
No.
The Kyotos are still unhappy about the way it turned out.
Like a runny nose. He just dribbled over the cliff.
Whatever, guys, you drove a real-ass car off a bridge. I'm always gonna pop for that. And the punchline still works for Slim, too. At home, Debbie's trying to shower off all the popcorn she's got on her. We get a little PG-13 tease, but the ratings board pans the camera away to a creeping colonel on the ground. Its pop secret won't be revealed just yet, but we do get more popcorn play popping off elsewhere. Jumbo disperses some in a dumpster outside of a fast food restaurant called Big Top Burger. A Big Top worker, who's also maybe a birthday boy, gets pulled in while taking out the trash. He becomes a midnight munchie for the trash monster. That is one jacked up Jack in the Box. A group of people waiting at a bus stop get a visit from Slim and his Shady Shadow puppet show. Wow, so patriotic. These shapes are quite impressive for a guy who only has 4 digits. But this sinister Simpson's got something else on his mind. A motherfucking dinosaur! Mike and Dave drive by just in time to see Slim shadow ban the bus stop group to his bag of popcorn. Man, that took a Jurassic Dark
shadow realm with
commandeers the
thee.
police car to make a citizen's arrest, but Slim just hippity hops out of the way.
He's gone. He went straight up.
Dave radios Mooney for reinforcements, but the paranoid policeman still ain't having it.
Fuck you! Over.
He must still be traumatized from his time dealing with those Faber College clowns. With Mooney Looney, Mike and Dave decide to banana split up after they spot the Terenzi brothers and their runaway ice cream truck. Dave drives to the station while Mike asks his friends to help him warn the town about the alien invasion. The brothers Terenzi don't buy his story, but Mike gets them on board after saying they need to swing by Debbie's place.
She's got 2 beautiful roommates with big boobs.
A lot of the characters in Killer Klowns were based on and named after friends of the Kyoto brothers in real life.
The cast of characters really are people that we knew. I mean, Terenzi brothers are very good friends of mine, and we always had fun adventures with them doing stupid things as kids. And Mike Tobacco was always a ladies' man as well.
Mike's actor Grant Kramer took the character and ran with it, coming up with some of his dialogue himself. Kramer's a 2-time kill count veteran, thanks to New Year's Evil and Willy's Wonderland, which he also helped produce. Mooney's reading about guns when Jumbo toddles into the station and pulls a classic clown gag to rain on his parade. Ew, why's that water kind of milky? Jumbo keeps the police station pantomime going, while Mooney jumps straight to the brutality again. Jesus, we get a body cam on this guy? Mooney sticks Jumbo in his cell, but the clown unfurls a Where's Waldian noisemaker that grabs Mooney by the throat and slams him against the bars. Or at least we'll pretend it does. He's clearly a few inches away.
What are you in for?
Clown stuff! Dave arrives to find the station empty save for some footprints, which he follows like this were Boys in Blue's Clues. He discovers the bodies of Jumbo's 2 cellmates, who have been issued a saccharine death sentence they never deserved. He also comes across this absolute nightmare. A dead silent Sergeant Mooney turned into a puppet, and a fate foreshadowed by an earlier line.
Make a dummy out of yourself. But you're not gonna make a dummy out of me.
It's a genuinely disturbing sight, and the scariest part of the film, especially when Jumbo Dunham starts talking.
Don't worry, Dave. All we want to do is kill you.
Yeesh, no thank you. Dave opens fire, which doesn't do anything until he shoots Jumbo right in his big stupid clown nose. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I hurt your widow feelings? Just Wonder Woman your way out of there, clown. Good job, Dave. To achieve the spinning lights on the walls during this effect, they built a rotating pillar of mirror shards that reflected light around the room. Kinda looks like something on Hellraiser. Dave finally manages to call for backup on the radio, and they're gonna need it, since Mike and the Terenzis just came across a whole ass clown parade. The first time I covered this movie, I thought that this scene was a nightmare to count. That was before the Purge series. Now, it's easy to see that the clowns have already claimed 13 victims here. 1 tossed from a window and added to a pile of 5, 1 being carried by a clown named Talls, 3 more we see in a separate pile, and 3 littered on the street being hoovered into this freaky float. 1 guy almost survives by hiding under a car, but when he tries to run, he doesn't make it.
They got him. He's dead.
This giant vacuum machine was just a pickup truck with decorated panels attached to it. It reminds me of when I turned my old Topaz into a tank back in like 2006 for my first ever online series, Battlefield 2 in real life. Hi, I'm James H. Janice. Oh man, the shit my friends and I would do in high school. I'm glad I made it out to the other side. The Terenzies get the fuck out of Dodge and head to Debbie's, whose popcorn problems are really heating up. She finishes her 2-act-long shower and discovers those kernels have grown into clown leech babies. The Jack and the Bastards try to take a bite out of her, but she aerosols them out of there and gives another two a little kick. A ghoulie clown almost gets her, but she puts her shower head to its third good use and buys enough time to get away. Alas, she still gets cornered by Slim, and she just can't kick those leg warmers hard enough. They turn her into Balloon Girl, a perfect match for Jake Gyllenhaal, and a fate that was hinted at earlier on the phone.
They took your wife away in a balloon? Well, you don't need a police pal, you need a psychiatrist.
They used a real basic trick when people were turned into cocoons or captured in balloons. It was simply a matter of the clown performers freezing in place, the actor stepping out of frame, and the prop being brought in and put in their place. The footage in the middle was removed by visual effects artist Gene Warren Jr. of Fantasy 2, whose work we just saw in The Terminator. He did plenty of other zappy effects too, like the rotoscoped ray gun beams and the spinny tornado effect when the clowns are killed. He also handled the composite shots when real footage was combined with matte paintings. Mike and the Terenzies see Debbie getting taken away, so they follow in cold pursuit. Dave spots them and joins the chase, but an ill-timed brake check causes bumper-to-bumper car damage. Dave grabs a shotgun and hops in the ice cream truck as they head to the Boardwalk Carnival, beloved by clowns and vampires.
All right!
And Terenzies. The Crescent Cove Carnival was played by the Santa Cruz Boardwalk, the same location used in The Lost Boys and Jordan Peele's Us. The rest of Crescent Cove was mostly played by the nearby city of Watsonville. Outside the carnival's funhouse, a security guard sees an insane clown posse roll up. Aw, don't send in the clowns. They always bring me down. To achieve this clown carpool, they parked it over a false floor on a loading dock, which the clowns climbed through before exiting the vehicle. The clowns are here to spoil this guy's lunch break with dessert.
What are you going to do with those pies, boys?
Clown stuff. They pie until he dies, reducing him to a gloopy mess of cream and blood. Yeah, go ahead and put a cherry on top, shorty. It still looks like
One big pile of shit.
The security guard was meant to be a cameo for comedian Soupy Sales, who was famous for taking pies to the face. But I guess the executive producers didn't know who he was and didn't want to pay to fly him out. The boys arrive shortly after and follow the clowns inside for a funhouse final set piece. They walk through a smoky warehouse where roadside stops store their signs. The Terenzies just can't help booping stuff here. But again, man, I totally understand.
Don't touch it, okay? This place is probably booby-trapped.
More like booby-trapped, because the bros boop down a Scooby-Doo trap door and land in a McDonald's play place. There, they find a surprise waiting for them.
Are you Debbie's roommates?
Oh, maybe it is booby-trapped.
She's got 2 beautiful roommates with big boobs.
Mike realizes they're in the same circus tent he and Debbie found. It's just been moved to the boardwalk. He heads to the storage room where they find, oh
God. Oh boy.
Fuck. Oh, okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Oh, well, looks like it goes 2 rows deep. Nope, no, it goes further back than that. Shit. Mike, where are you now, dude? I don't know what to count here. Can someone please make me a diagram? Writer Tim.
Way ahead of you.
Oh, yeah, he is. Thanks to Tim's meticulous counting in these screenshots, we'll add 158 cocoons to the count. And no, we're not double counting the 13 we added earlier. We're professionals here. Don't you worry. Mike and Dave try to double check Tim's work, but they're interrupted by a honking big boy named Chubby. The two hide and watch as Chubby picks out a cocoon that's nice and ripe, according to his touch, sniff, and sound. He pulls out the ultimate crazy straw to reveal what these clowns have been up to. They're turning people into grenadine for their ice cream treats. After the sweet tooth leaves, the pair finds Debbie in her balloon Bastille. Dave frees her with dubious firearm safety. Finally, Deb's back in the game. Dave wants to free more people, but they send in the clowns to disrupt their plans. Their escape is hampered by carnival hijinks like Beetlejuice worms and a fun-sized Sarlacc. Dave manages to kill Chubby and another clown with his shooting gallery skills. Someone get this man an oversized plushie. He runs out of ammo, forcing Mike to Monty Hall an escape route.
Another door. Another door. Come on, Mike. Another door.
Another door.
Another door.
You know, this would probably go a lot faster if you didn't announce it every time, Mike. You ever think about that?
No.
The trio is surrounded inside a final boss arena, but they're saved by a Deus Ex ice cream machine.
I am the great and powerful JoJo. I command you to stop. Do not hurt them. Let them go.
The ploy works at first, but then the clown starts scurrying off to make room for the main event. He's a-coming. Who's a-coming? JoJo's a-coming. The clown of the show. JoJo, the actual Clownzilla, drops in, and he don't take too kindly to identity theft. Mike, Dave, and Debbie manage to get away, but JoJo gives the Terenzi brothers a good milkshaking before bringing the boom to the yard. The Kyotos originally planned for JoJo to be stop motion, but instead opted for the Power Rangers method and stuck Charles Kyoto in a rubber suit.
You gotta do is, you gotta come up and then wham, like put your shoulders back to the look.
They personally built all the miniature sets used for this sequence, which had to be filmed at a super high frame rate for technical reasons I still don't fully understand.
What I want to say to the fans, it's very important to study your math in school because mathematics comes into this, calculating all those frame rates and stuff.
Dave opts to stay behind to heroically sacrifice himself and distract JoJo while Debbie and Mike make a break for it. Police backup finally arrives and meets them outside as the big top starts spinning up and away. JoJo grabs a hold of Dave, but the officer pops that big boy's nose with his police badge, adding the clown kaiju to the kill count. The resulting explosion destroys the whole spaceship, so I'll add the 19 clowns still on board to the count as well. We saw 17 during the Clownzilla scene, and we can't forget Debbie's roommates either.
Big boobs.
I'll also add 7 human captives to the count now, assuming all the balloons we saw on board had people in them, and those were separate from the cocoons. The explosion drops a clown car from the sky, and Mike and Deb don't need to cry, because turns out Dave survived. That's right. Dave was originally meant to die in the explosion, but test audiences wanted a more upbeat ending, so it's happy reunions all around. That includes the Terenzi brothers too. They also crystal skulled that shit. Dave completes his story arc of an aggressive ex who became a decent, understanding guy, and maybe even worked his way into a throuple. I mean, he do be rubbing Deb's shoulders there. Mike don't seem to mind one bit. The movie ends with them thinking about cream pies before getting cream pie. I'm sorry.
Oh,
how many victims fit inside the Killer Klowns car of kills? Let's find out and get to the numbers.
Oh.
Wait, where'd Shorty go?
Oh.
Hey, Shorty. What are you here to do?
Knock my block off.
Oh!
Damn.
Dang. Oh, boy.
We counted 234 kills in Killer Klowns from Outer Space, way more than I did the first time thanks to Tim. Yay, Tim! The victims consisted of 16 male humans, 6 female humans, 21 male clowns, 2 female clowns, and a whopping 189 unknown cocoon and balloon victims. That gives us this pie chart that probably tastes like cotton candy, or popcorn, or bad. With a runtime of 88 minutes, that left us with a kill on average every 22.56 seconds. I'll give the golden chainsaw for coolest kill to the biker. It's an iconic kill that works as a hilarious punchline, literally. Also deserved that it cleans up after itself. Dolmash and the lamest kill will go to the 158 cocoon victims, since I had to pay for Tim's time to count them all. But he did great. Thanks, Tim. And that's it. Killer Klowns from Outer Space was released in 1988, but thanks to a botched release, it completely bombed at the box office. Seriously, it only made like $80,000. That is a disaster. Thankfully, it found love on home video and has since gotten the recognition it deserves. If they ever make a sequel, I'll cover it right away. But until then, I'm James A. Janice. This has been the Kill Count.
So, guys, that was just my reaction to the Kill Count recount on Killer Klowns from Outer Space by Dead Me. And let me tell you guys, that was pretty cool to watch. It was pretty interesting to see. And like he said, it was a classic kill count back in the day, back in 2018. That was one of the first kill counts I ever watched, and I still tune in every week, and it's pretty cool to watch. It was pretty cool to see, and I was really glad when he said he was going to recount this. If you guys want to check out more videos on the channel, I'll leave a link to in the description or up in the corner to check out my channel. We also just hit 600 subscribers on the channel. And also, if you have any other kill counts that you want me to try and check out, I wouldn't mind if you let them down in the comment section. I will have a video this Friday, but I want to tell you guys, this coming Friday, I will be out of area. I'll be going upstate for the weekend, But I will manage to get a video out that Friday, and maybe a little bit earlier than usual, but I will get it out to you guys. But until next time, have a great day wherever you guys are. Stay safe and stay awesome. My name is William Ayers from William Ayers Reacts, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace, y'all!